How's everybody doing? I keep digging. Thought Mark and Danny were going to be here. I'm not here yet. Speak of the devil.
Hey, speaking of the devil,
How you doing, Mark?
good yourself, brother.
Not bad at all.
Good, glad
I
to
just
hear it.
noticed. Noticed your video from the other day. I got to watch it. Haven't watched
What video?
it yet. Hi, Expressions. Thanks for being here. Nathan.
Expressions. Hey, keep digging it. Papa Roos, what's in the house? How you doing? Oh, it's you. My bad. Marty.
Martin
Mr.
Smith.
Diggs.
How you doing?
What's on the
Swifty.
agenda, Bill? Swifty's here. Wow.
Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia's here. Uh-oh.
Cynthia, the love of my life. How you
Mine
doing?
too.
Tony. Everybody's showing up. Well,
Oh, we're
I missed
live.
everybody.
That's right.
I missed everybody's Sunday morning stream because I went out detecting with John from What's in the Plug, Charlie's brother from Digging It Back. His friend
Nice.
Ken. We spent 3.5 hours in the heat and the humidity, and I was the only one that got anything. And one thing, a Gulf car wash token from the 60s. Solid
There you go,
brass. So it's weird.
Token.
A token, but it was fun. Had a great time. Yeah, it's just
Oh, I
one of
bet.
those things. Real trashy permission, but I was digging a lot of old nuts and bolts. Dug a fuel pump at one time.
I'm guessing you're a mechanical type.
Yeah, old spark plugs, crap like that. But that was the best find of the day between three of us. Marty
you
Mistral.
Did you guys go local?
Pardon?
Were you guys local?
Yeah, John lives here in town, and so does his friend Ken. In fact, John picked me up, and on the way out, he pointed a house just a few blocks away that he almost bought, so we were almost neighbors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. I love tokens too, Cynthia. I dig a lot of them, but to have back-to-back brass tokens a week apart, that's pretty good. But man, there is just a ton of iron everything around this area.
Oh, I believe it.
I dig a lot of iron.
Well, you were saying you believe that was an old iron mine, or it is an old iron mine.
Yeah. So I'm finding bits and pieces. I think you're right. You made the comment on my video about that clipboard was probably from the iron mine. It probably was. So,
That'd be cool, wouldn't it? If you could place it there, probably had somebody's
Yeah.
name on it, what they were supposed to do for that day.
Yeah.
Stuff
Hey,
like
Marty?
that just
No.
intrigues me.
I got to detect with two great people. Had fun doing it. Got a brass token. Like I said, I got out. So that was a win-win-win for me.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's not just about digging the treasure. It's who you dig it with and having a good time and getting out, enjoying the day.
That's most of it right
We're
there.
gonna
Just having fun.
Yeah, we're going to try to push it longer, and then the breeze stopped, and we went on to another spot, and there was absolutely no shade. We looked at each other and went, nah, let's call it a day.
No.
Done.
You need a little bit of shade, man, wherever you're going to be, just for that break.
Yeah. And he's got some places like I got that are permissions. They're all overgrown right now. We're just waiting for the fall to get here when the stuff starts dying off so we can get into them. I mean, I know somewhere, since that was an iron mine, I couldn't find it on my maps. There must have been an office building or something down there, or a caretaker's shed, something like that.
Yeah.
So I got to try to figure out where it was at.
That's probably where you find some of the good stuff.
Yeah. Thanks, Swifty.
expressions of the outdoors. I did some toking when I was younger. Now I'm pretty straight laced.
Yeah, I don't toke anymore. I eat gummies. A lot easier on the lungs.
Yeah.
That's like you're using a vape. I can't use them things. They make me cough like crazy.
When I first started, it did.
Oh. But
Yeah.
since I switched to cigars and you only inhale like every fifth or sixth puff, not too bad. So.
I can't wait for the fall weather to get here. Period, Swifty. Make it a little more easier to get out into town.
Have you been out at all, Mark? Or just today?
No, since I started working, I haven't. Yeah, well, I started working yesterday. Yeah, but let's see, the weekend. No, I didn't go out because I had Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, I don't know when the last time I went out. I can't remember.
Oh, damn. I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to try to get up early in the morning. Today was a, pardon the expression, clusterfuck. We had things to do and not anything that we did every time we went somewhere. We got behind at every place we went. So by the end of the day, we were hours behind because of what happened with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just one of them days. No matter what you did, it just, we got to be here by there and do this by then, and just nothing
Never happened.
Between traffic and I had to take one of the cats to the vet. He's a senior cat, needed blood work done just to make sure he's okay. And by God, we get there. The owners decide to have a meeting. Then they had a dog that was hit by a car, a couple other emergencies. So a half-hour visit turned into an hour and a half.
Damn.
So I missed Deej's stream. Yeah, it was like that everywhere. It's just one of them days. They sent me to pain management, like they do with anybody anymore when you try to get narcotics for pain. And they had the info all wrong. It's like, oh my God. So the paperwork took an hour there just to get that all straightened out. It's like there's something in Tennessee when they transfer from one doctor to another, they get things screwed up. So I keep everything on my phone now in notes. So no.
Yep.
And they go, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. No.
Yeah, I'm sure it's me.
It's amazing how, you can just start out and they go, we're going to do this, this, and this, and no, nope, and nope.
Yeah.
Happy International Cat Day. Is that what it is today?
Oh, wow. Hey, John.
We got another thing. School just started back yesterday. Oh,
wow.
So that's been creating problems everywhere because hi John, Finders Keepers. They have the school times are all so weird around here. No two schools go in or go out at the same time. So it's like
Figures.
The traffic it can get really annoying during the day.
I think school up here starts next week.
Hi, Mary.
Correct.
I was surprised it started as soon as it did here. I didn't realize, man, they got a really short, vacation time here. I wonder, is there any of the places still go year round? Remember when they started that years back? Oh, year round school. And then they started stopping it.
Oh, yeah. Kids need that break. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. So do the teachers. I mean,
yeah.
Can you imagine? I know what I was like when I went to school. They needed that 3 months off from assignment. Can you imagine what it's like today? At least back then they yell at you and stuff. Now they can't even do that.
Oh, I used to get hit so many times by the teachers. I just
Where did you go, Danny? He goes, oh, here you guys are. Where did you go?
We've been here.
Did you try somebody else's stream, Danny?
If I didn't get smacked once a week in school, I did something wrong.
Oh yeah, I used to get the strap, the board.
No, I went to the other stream. So I'm sitting there.
Never marry.
It's all good.
I hope so.
No expressions. I didn't have nuns. I went to a public school. They still beat the snot out of me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did I learn
only
anything from it?
I've been hit with a razor strop, which the guy was good. He could nick you with just the end of it. That really stung.
Oh, I bet.
I had one place where they drilled holes in the board they hit you with.
Yeah.
But we had one teacher. He was a navigator on a bomber during World War II, and he got his thumb stuck in the damn navigation device, so it cut the tip off. So the bone was right at the end of his thumb. You'd be talking away in class, and walk up behind you and pinch you right on the tricep with that bone thumb. That
hurt.
Hurt. Had one teacher used to drag guys by their earlobe up and down the steps.
That's like a cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swifty got paddled on a daily basis. Yep.
No, I didn't marry. The good old YouTube and its infinite wisdom screwed the times up again. Because I put 8 p.m. on everything, and it doesn't always come out 8 p.m. when they post it. So, which I'm still trying to figure out how they do that.
Mary asked when do parents get a break? We don't.
Never.
You don't. When you're a parent, you never get a break. Ever. Till
It's
you die.
perpetual hell. Oh, did I say that? I mean, it's great. I love kids.
I mean, it's forever.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
So, guys, I'm dreading this next coming month.
Dan, why?
The big
What's-
5-0 is coming around the corner for me.
Yeah. You're still young and Danny.
So I want this, this next month, this August, just to go by a little bit slow.
P.A. Patrick, how you doing?
Dan, PA Patriot. Howdy. Gee, Mary, that's nothing. When I went to school, the local chief of police was 2 doors up, and the county sheriff was up around the corner from where I lived. It was a small town, so they knew everybody. It used to be you'd be walking down the street and you knew you did something stupid, and the cop car would pull up and they go, "Get in." We had a local burger joint called Humpty Dumpty, and they'd take you there. Well, you knew you were in trouble, but you didn't know how much till they go, "Do you want a milkshake?" Not too bad of trouble. Would you like a burger? You knew you were in big trouble on that one. They're gonna buy you a burger. But they were great guys back then. Local cops were good guys. They knew everybody, and if you're doing something stupid but not hurting anybody, they just tell you, go home and have your fun, Now they beat everybody up, throw them in the slammer.
When I was excuse me, when I was a teenager, I used to throw myself to the jail cell drunk as an ass so I could get a free ride home. Just walk in completely drunk. I can't make it home. So, yeah, staggering 3.5 miles drunk doesn't always pay off. They end up stopping you anyways for walking crooked. So,
Yeah. Well, I remember I was walking home about 2:33 in the morning, had a bottle of whiskey in my jacket. I was like 14. Local cop. I went to school with his daughter. He goes, "Are you drunk?" I went, "Yeah." He goes, "God damn it, you're only 2 blocks away from home. Go back home and get drunk." Okay. I'm
Yeah, I remember
Zach.
doing that, Dan. Jim, I remember doing that, buddy. Yeah, putting tax on the teachers' chairs. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And you always had that one person that would snitch on you.
Oh, yeah.
So-and-so did it.
Yeah, wait till after school. So-and-so's
Yeah.
going to do it to you. Yeah.
Yep, always that one. Great minds, how you doing?
Hey, this one teacher, I used to bring him wormy apples and he'd eat them.
Ooh.
Okay, he never noticed.
Ooh.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
had
one
this.
teacher used to spit in his coffee cup. He used to chew. So he'd spit in his coffee cup all day. Then he'd go fill it up with coffee. Yeah.
yeah. Minty, I bet.
Yeah, mini, all right.
I'm trying to remember. We had this one teacher. I can't even remember what he taught because I was never in his class, but I still got a C and graduated the class. But I would go in, sit down, tell him, "Hey, I forgot my book in my locker." Okay, and I did this every day and left and didn't come back. He never noticed. It's like, wow. I knew the guy was a stoner. I didn't know he was that bad. You know? Oh yeah, we had one teacher. You could tell the guy was on reds all the time. He's like, "Can I have some?"
Well, if I remember correctly, one of our biology teachers, she used to be pretty good looking, and she was a pinup model in Playboy,
Ah,
and we caught wind of it. So this was like years before. So by the time we got her, she was old and fat. Yeah, we still pinned it up in her room. Boy, she go home crying. She saw that, and that was it. She was gone for like a week.
So you know how guys when they take their finger and they put it through the zipper to act like it's that,
Yeah.
right? Well, our principal from our high school, somehow a kid got a hold of a picture of him doing that and posted it up all down the halls. How the heck did anybody get a Kodak, film picture of to do,
Yeah,
high school. It was so funny because we had these big bronze letters that said Nevada Union High School out there, and some other letters that I can't remember what they said. But anyways, Ed Franz was our principal, and everybody hated him. Well, some guys from the metal shop took a torch up there, cut all the letters down, and welded them back up to where it says "Ed sucks."
Jim, a lot of my teachers used to do that for some reason. They kept a bottle of vodka in their drawers.
It's the only way they could deal with us hoodlums.
I used to walk around with a thermos with coffee in it and whiskey. And one day, teacher goes, "Irish coffee, right?" I go, "Yep." And I wasn't lying, it was.
My brother takes and puts rum and Coke in a Sprite bottle, thinking he was going to get away with drinking in school.
Yeah.
I don't know why he used the Sprite bottle. I mean,
Yeah, that wasn't really right.
they don't make dark Sprite. So he got bagged big time.
Yeah, PA, we used to see them do that with bags of pot and pipes and stuff back where I lived. They'd do a raid and then they'd take it, say, mark it to go in the evidence room, and it never made it that far. It always ended up going home with the sheriffs and cops.
I was teaching this chick to drive, and so she pulls down a dirt road and says, "All right, let's get high." I'm like, "No," because there's something fishy going or whatnot. "No, there's nobody around. It's a dirt road." She lights up. Cop knocks on the window. She rolls it down, blows a cloud of smoke in the cop's face. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm going to jail now." I'm gone. That's it. I'm gone. I said, "Look, whatever happens to me, let me at least get her home, and then I'll turn myself in afterwards." They left my stuff sitting up in a cigarette pack between my legs where I was sitting in the passenger seat. So they found my stuff, but they left it in the car.
Oh, God. One time I picked up this girl, real good looking girl. I had my Barracuda and we're driving around drinking, got a lid and stuff. And I get pulled over. And so I'm leaning out the window talking to him, going, "Oh." And just before he pulled us over, I thought she's like 19, 20. She was 16.
Oh,
I went, "Oh, great. I'm 21. I'm going to jail." That girl, while the cop was talking to me, was smart enough to get the beers out of the car, the lid out of the car, the pipe out of the car, and on the pavement without anybody even noticing she did it.
wow.
So when he looks in the car, there was nothing there. And he goes, "Well," he goes, "you kids have a fun night." And he takes off. I let her go, "Where's the stuff?" She goes, "I put it on the curb." I go, "When?" I never saw her move. Yeah.
See expressions of the outdoors. One of his associates in high school used to draw cleavage on the Mona Lisa on the wall painting. They would fix it. He would draw it again.
Oh, I liked it. I'm Zaxxon. Did you carve them, Mary? I like how cool you folks made things back in the 1920s. Oh, burn. Hi, Gary.
Gary. Charlie.
Charlie, how you doing?
Hey, everybody that just came in.
Oh man, yesterday I had the greatest day delivering food for Uber. I got this one call, it was a lady. I can't remember what she ordered. Anyhow, I got out of the car, she's greeting me. A very sheer shirt, very sheer, okay, no bra, rather endowed, and the shirt was pressing very well on them. So as I'm walking up to her, I'm purposely holding the food so I got a great view of those things, the tatas. Yeah. So I'm walking up to her, my eyes fixated, the biggest areola I've ever seen in my life, and I just kept saying to myself, thank you, sweet God. Thank you, sweet God.
Oh, God. I used to see that a lot when I was a garbage man. You'd pull up early in the morning, look through somebody's window, and oh, damn. Yes, sir. Or one morning, there was this hippie commune type thing, and they started garbage service, which surprised me. But the lady that brought out the garbage, them old style lace dresses you can see through?
Yeah. And
she was model material. She comes walking up, and she's got nothing underneath it at all. And I'm standing there going, oh, wow. She looked like Carly Simon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm going, I better just shake my head, get back in the truck, and leave. Yeah. I used to, when I was driving, I'd have a swamper in the back. I'd be waiting. Tell us taking them so long. I'd get out and they're standing there staring at the house. They go, naked? Yeah. Come on, let's go.
There'll be another block.
Charlie, come on up. Another time. It was
no, Charlie's going to come up. Oh, no, we're in trouble now.
I pulled up I was coming out of this driveway to dump a dumpster. It was like a house with a business in the back. And I just happened, I'm in a garbage truck, so it's pretty high. And I look over and there's this window and there's this woman sitting there with this mean look on her face. And I realized, oh, she's in the bathroom. So I just turned away, and she was still there, staring daggers. I couldn't move. I was traffic stopped in front of me. So
sorry to hear that, Jim.
Oh, damn! Sorry, Jim. Oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
What's good, guys?
I love that he's trying to fake that yawns. You watch him.
No. No. Bill knows I turn into a pumpkin pretty soon here. So.
Great show Saturday, Charlie.
Oh, thank you. And thank everybody for being there. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah.
Exactly.
You already had a bunch of people on the panel, so
yeah.
I was just heckling from the background.
Oh no, it was good. Yeah. The what'd you call it? My bareback mountain?
Charlie threw out and pulled his shirt over. I just saw Bareback Mountain.
Zach made it fun. Everybody made it fun. It was a good time. So.
Yeah, Zach had a bunch of good ones going.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Richard. Well, I went out with your brother John and his friend Ken Sunday.
Mr. Wrench. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Out of three of us, this was the find of the day. A Gulf Brass car wash token.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They'd already hit this spot we went to a couple of times. And it was just one of those days. Everything was turning up trash left and right. It was one half the yard's just super trashy. So,
wow.
but And then when we went to another spot, the breeze quit and it was just too damn hot. We decided, no, that's it. But had fun, man. I mean, that's a blast running with your brother.
Yeah, I thought you guys get on some good stuff. He seems to be doing pretty good out there.
Yeah. Now he's got some other spots we're going to go to. So it's there. It's just finding it. But I mean, I was digging them like old iron washers, 5 inches round,
Hit
half
wrench.
inch thick, fuel pumps, stuff like that. Hey, Mark the Bird Hunter's in the chat.
Hey, Mark's here.
Wow.
Mom owes me money.
Is it future mark or is it past mark?
I sure as shit hope it's not future Mark.
Is it the founder of Null, Mark?
I'm the founder of Null.
Charlie, I want to take that D and turn it to a T. Take it back.
Oh man.
Well, every time I look at Charlie's hat, you know what I see. Oh, come on, Charlie, you know.
Is it D and B?
The two dots
Yeah.
right there. I always see nipples when I look at Charlie's hat.
I'm glad you see nipples. Somebody else sees something else.
Really? I see nipples. But I can see the something else, too. Now
Yeah,
you
if you
mention
cover
it.
the D and the B, he comes up with something else every time. He's like, geez. Hi, Alicia.
Alicia.
Hey, Alicia.
Hey, there's Mary. I need Mary to
Mary,
come to the
Mr.
stream
Biggs.
Saturday. Get the
Cynthia.
crowd going.
Alicia. Hi, Alicia. How you doing? How's your calf doing?
I'm just doing this in stages, Mary. I shaved my head bald earlier, and I didn't want to scare everybody, so I'm wearing this right now. So
Did
that
you
I
really?
don't.
Do it. Do it. Take it off.
Hey, everybody. Prayers for Alicia. She pulled a calf muscle or ripped a calf muscle the other day. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
hope you're doing well.
Pull it or tore it? I thought it was
I
tore.
believe tore it. You'd have to ask her. I mean,
What?
because I'm a member of Old Nutties, and I catch their
Yeah.
chat when they go through.
Yeah, she had a full-on brace on earlier.
Yeah,
She probably still is.
spent the
Yeah.
night in the hospital, the whole 9
Yeah,
yards.
she-
So
She says I'm
Oh.
miserable.
Her leg must still be
So
bothering
much
her.
pain.
I
bet.
wish I could send you some of my hydrocodone. I just got some.
Excuse me.
Stuff works wonders.
3-inch rupture. Yep.
Ruptured the calf muscles, 3 inch. Ooh, that hurts.
Especially
Are you
on
at
the
least
outdoors.
home
It
now?
looks like a hippie.
Yep.
Who looks like a hippie?
Especially on the outdoors. Doesn't need a haircut.
This is what a lazy old man looks like.
Hey, Road Reaper.
Oh no, you see Charlie and Zoom about 11 at night. That's a lazy old man.
I'm sleeping.
Hmm.
Hey, Don. This is
Well,
how I
we
do. Here, this is how I do the Zoom meeting, Dan. So I talk to you guys, and the next thing you know, I'm just awfully quiet for some reason.
Yeah, we know he's
You're
asleep.
sleeping.
Yeah, hiding my eyes.
I
And it's not like they're open much, anyways. You know what I mean? But they know when I'm asleep.
I got a video of him
Yeah.
one night snoring, and I replaced the snoring with goodies.
Hmm.
Oh man.
Well, Alicia, whatever you do, don't push it. You'll detect whenever your body says you can detect again.
This
Yeah.
is true.
The fines will be there as long as nobody else is swinging over the grounds.
There'll always be more on the ground. It seems like it's, you go out
Yeah.
and pound, and then you go back and pound the same place over, and more stuff shows up. So
Well, I'll see if that comes true by going back on the high school hill.
you'll get something, Danny.
We
No,
got
I know
lucky
there's
there.
tones there. I mean, there's 16, 17s. There are like, I skipped over quite a few tones, and I'm sure they're rotten zincs or who knows.
Well, it's like when I was digging Sunday. John goes, "This is a really trashy area." He was right, but I know that on the Xterra, round brass just is a solid 35. Bingo. And I'm swinging on 35. No matter which direction I went, 35. I'm going, what's the chance of me getting another brass token? Boop, there it is. I'm like, damn. You know?
Wow.
So,
Alicia, you got cruise control? She's got to drive home tomorrow.
oh shit.
It's going to be hard with this leg.
That's right. You're by yourself, Alicia, right? So
Yes,
nobody
she's
else
by
can
herself.
drive. Yeah.
How we doing, Randy?
Randy had a good premiere earlier. Good video.
I missed a lot of everything. I had to work.
Work sucks. It always gets in the way.
It does, man.
Yeah.
Work sucks.
Randy had his premiere today, huh?
Yeah, about, oh God. It was about 7 o'clock. Was it? Yeah, 7, I think it was on.
I will have
My
to go
time, we
check it
should
out,
make it
so-
8 there, so 6 or 7, I don't remember. It was good. You know, it's hard keeping up with everybody's channels anymore. They're just so many.
Oh, I know, man.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it is.
It's not going to happen.
You know,
No.
and then somebody will come in mine, stop and say, "Hi, how you doing? Great video." Oh man, I haven't watched one of theirs in probably a month and a half. Watch one, you know?
You feel like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel like crap.
Yeah.
Damn, you know.
Oh, boy.
That's what happened with
I
Dan's
feel like
channel.
when
I haven't watched Dan in months, and he dropped me a comment. I'm like, shit, I better go and watch one of his videos.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, man.
Well, it's like
I'm not gonna
earlier.
watch all yours in the future, anyways.
Deej texted me something this morning. I said, "Oh, great! I'll see you in your stream," which was at 4:30 my time, and of course, I got stuck. I should have been out of where I was at and didn't make it back home till after 6. So it's like, damn.
Mm.
So I just watched.
Blackbird.
Well,
Blackbird.
if you're having a vacation, your eyes need a break.
Now there's somebody that can get some rings and jewelry doing beach and water detectives. Blackbird. He finds some great stuff.
Oh, thanks, PA Patron. You're not too bad yourself. There's some hotties in here. So, you're not too bad yourself.
I don't think Dan was talking about here.
I hope not.
I hope not.
What?
Oh,
What did I
boy.
miss?
PA Patrick said there's some hotties in there though. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Thanks, Randy. I didn't find much in that video. I got to go check out yours, buddy.
Oh crap! I got to watch yours, Charlie. Didn't know yet.
It was a clip from New York when I went up to New York. I'm working on the long video right now, but I got that on my laptop. But it's telling me I got to clean up space on the computer, so I'm going through trying to delete what I can and
Yeah.
mess. But I put everything on a
Flash drive or
one of those Terra 7s or whatever. One of these things.
Not one of those.
I
oh
don't know if I could just go in there. I'm not really computer savvy, but I thought I'd put everything on here. So I'm wondering if I just go into the laptop now and delete everything if I'm all right. Because everything's on that now.
Why is that a terabyte?
7 terabyte, yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to just move everything right over to it through a USB cable.
Yeah, I did. So I think I'm just going to wipe everything on the computer and see what happens.
Well, it's Street Barnacles. Jamie, how you doing?
Hey, Jamie, how's it going, bub?
Maybe.
I would at least plug that in, open it, and make sure everything's there before you do.
Oh, yeah, I checked it several times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought about buying an external hard drive, but they're kind of costly.
Yeah,
That's
they're a little
come down
pricey.
a lot.
DNL.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
what I
Dave, Lori.
instead of like he's got that one, it's all in its own enclosure. I got one of those hard drive readers. They can take the laptop or the large hard
Yeah.
drive. That was only $30, and you can buy an SSID hard drive, 500 gig for like next to nothing now.
Yeah, 500 gigs really isn't much space nowadays, though.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I keep
still
my
they're only
videos
like
on the
$25
external.
too. You can buy a terabyte for next to nothing. So
I think my laptop is 512 gigs or something like that, and every I'd say I make about 50 videos. I'm dumping videos just to make up space for more videos.
no, well, I use
So
zip files. I zip everything, so it
Oh,
takes
really?
a lot less room.
Open two
yeah,
windows
I
and
don't
check
want
the
to. I don't know how to
HDMI
deal with
there.
that, and I don't know if I'd want to continuously zip files.
Oh, zip files are easy. It's just
Randy, I'll give you a shout about that, bub.
because I've got 700 videos, and it only takes up um, on my 1 TB.
Zach.
I still got 850. Very little room taken up on it. I still got 85% or better on 1 TB with 728, I think it is, videos on it. So because I
I
use
used
WinZip.
I used to save all my videos. Now I just delete them. I just
Well,
figures they're on YouTube now, so I don't need to keep
Yeah.
hogging up my hard drive.
I do that.
I
I
don't
did that with
know. Randy had that problem where he got zapped on YouTube, and a good thing he had it on his computer.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I got videos and clips saved on I think like 3 flash drives, but
Wow.
I'm with Mark. We're constantly making videos, uploading them, or whatever. And if anything ever happened to the computer, well, they're on YouTube. And if anything ever happens to YouTube, we're SLL,
Yep.
SOL, and we're just continue uploading more videos, and we're good.
You guys are younger, don't remember. I remember when I think it was Bill Gates said, nobody will ever need more than 850 MB of storage space.
I remember that, Bill. I remember that. Yep.
Boy, was he way wrong.
Just a little.
Yeah, but you can play Atari games with like 16-bit, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
back
one
then,
thing.
that's a lot. That was a lot back then.
Mhm.
This is one thing that irritates me, with all this newer technology, and Mark probably knows, we got these 3D printers. Now, everything now is like 32 and 64-bit, but I can only use a 4 up to 8 gig micro SD card because the
Same here,
format
Bill.
is FAT 16 instead of FAT 32. So I can't use bigger SD cards, and they don't upgrade them for some reason. I don't know why.
So
You know,
you'd have
it's
to go out and buy another.
You have to go out and buy. I buy just a bunch of 4 or 8 gigs when they come up for sale, because you try to erase those, record and erase them all the time, it ruins them on the small ones. So I just got a box full of them.
Jim.
Going on in chat there.
Ooh, Jim, that's a good
Oh,
one.
good Lord. I'm in the chat. Sorry.
Woo.
Oh, I don't know. Mary's stirring the pot. Who's stirring the pot?
Boom.
Man.
Man, Randy went all out on his terabytes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 in the computer and 8 in the backup.
You're sick, Jim. I'll send you all 3 of my psychiatrists. Why do you have to?
Oh, boy.
That's what I
And
want.
Randy says, Jim, just send it to me, buddy.
Good job.
Oh.
So Charlie,
Yes, sir.
that 700 will not hit any jewelry on the beach. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
You're kidding me.
Huh?
You're joking.
No, I haven't found any jewelry on the beach this year.
You're just not swinging up. Brad freaking kills it on the freaking jewelry.
Oh,
with
I
that.
know. It hits nickels. It hits nickels and quarters pretty deep, though. I mean, I was hitting quarters at least 11 to a foot deep with the machine. So
Mhm.
the 600 or even the Legend that people have used on that beach must be missing that quarter.
Well, I noticed that lately in some of your videos, you're going back to the 600. I don't know if I have seen that. You pulled the 600 out and started using that.
Because I got the 11 inch for the beach on the 700 because I'm using the 700 only on the beach right now. And when the
Mm.
fall comes, I'll go back to the 700 back in the parks. So I got the 6 inch on the 600, which I use in tot lots and playgrounds and parks now, well, along with the golf course. But once fall hits and I'm done doing the beach, I'm going to put the 6-inch coil back on the 700 and go over some same old grounds again with it.
Yeah,
You
that'd
know,
be cool.
So I do swing the 700 on the beach. I've probably found about $25 with it since I've used it on the beach, but no jewelry yet.
That's so weird.
Well, every time I go, there was 3 people doing the soft sand. And Short Sands Beach, if you look it up online, it's not a big beach.
Mm.
If you get 4 detectorists that go from one end to the next, they can pretty much line grid it, each one of them all the way down to the towel line. And then in the flats, it's either too much sand or I'm not hitting it at the right time.
Mm.
You know, so
You
I
get in
mean,
the water?
huh?
You get in the water?
I'm afraid of sharks, man.
Whoa.
I didn't mean to
Scare
piss
him
you
off
off,
there.
Charlie. Come back.
You scare him off.
Come back.
There he is.
Thanks, Bill.
Didn't mean to. That my computer went black, and I had to hit the space bar to bring the screen back up and hit you out.
I'll tell you, Dan, you get in the water, even if you don't want to go, you don't even have to go in the water, right where the tide line is at. I get if you go right there, swing right in that little bit of water right there,
Hi, Paula.
less than your ankles, you're going to find stuff. Because that's where all the moms sit with their kids and they're sticking their hands in the sand, and that's where the rings are falling off.
So I want to
And-
catch
and
it.
the little
I
sharks
just
are
want to follow the tide out, then right on the
The little
tide
sharks
mark,
that come up
right
there,
on
Dan, are just ankle biters.
They're ankle biters.
Dude, I've dug up sea worms this long.
I know.
I'm not going in the water.
Oh, damn. Alicia's
Hey,
only
Don.
6 hours from home.
Wow, Alicia.
That's got to suck. Got to be somebody
Paula.
close by that could help you out.
She says she has cruise control, but I-40 in the mountains is going to be hard. Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
Hopefully you
isn't
got
the
automatic,
minimum
right?
speed 45 no matter where you are?
Especially with the outdoors has a bunch of junk jewelry this year.
Did anybody watch Juice on Monday Digs with Totally Gnarly? Man, I mean, he killed it with that Xterra jewelry.
Yeah, he's been on fire with that.
Yeah.
I was kind of scratching my head on that whole thing, but you said you got yours figured out, and now you're liking it. So
Yeah.
Dan's like,
Oh,
Like I said, it just blew me away that, it says leave it on 0 for your ground balance. That's the best spot. But when I switched over to auto ground, it made the VDI jump less. Okay. Doesn't make sense to me either, but I'm still just pissed that they haven't come out with the little 8-inch coil, man. It's like,
Wait a
they
minute.
advertised it.
what did you do? What did you do there, Bill?
I switched it over to auto ground on every
Oh,
field.
auto ground. Okay.
Auto ground, so it can move the ground balance with the ground. And for some reason, that seems to make the VDI less jumpy.
See
Which
there,
doesn't
Dan?
make sense
I tried
because
that.
0 should be.
Oh, you tried that?
yeah, I tried pretty much everything with mine. I'm wondering if the coil might have been messed up some, or something, because
John.
I know
Bill,
people
look
are having
who's
good
here.
luck with the Xterra.
Mm-hmm.
The
For
100
me,
GT,
it was
John.
more of
Wow.
a headache than it was, just I turn on and go all my machines. So that's a turn on and go. I should have just been able to turn on and go and everything would have been fine.
Right.
I do mess with the settings every now and then with them just because I feel like it, but I know most of the grounds that I have dug on, I just turn on and go, and 90% of the time I don't even noise cancel the Equinoxes.
Mm.
I just turn them on and put it in
Robster.
the mode that I want, and I go. I may change the tones, but I don't do much more of anything really.
Mm.
And I have had luck with all of them. It's all by luck, I think. If it beeps, dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Don.
Oh, good night, Cynthia.
I showed up to the beach
Yeah, I see it.
a couple
Hi,
nights ago. I went to
Cynthia.
the beach,
For being here.
and there was this lady using a bounty hunter tracker 4. I said, "Oh, great! There ain't going to be nothing left." And I was right.
Hey, Rob.
I barely dug $2 off the beach that night.
Well, it was funny. I
That
was
tracker
watching.
4 on the soft sand will hit any coin at 8 inches or a little more on coins because of the sand. That tracker 4, it hates bottle caps,
All right.
but you can still find nickels and gold with it without hitting bottle caps. It didn't like it.
God, I was in somebody's.
The Hannah Bashir.
I was watching somebody's video, and him and this other guy were chatting about cheap detectors, how it's ripping people off because you can't find anything with cheap detectors. I'm sitting there thinking, I found a lot of stuff on my Tracker 4, and so have other people, and that's a cheap detector.
Yeah.
It's like, so
When
don't tell
somebody
me
says
you can't,
when somebody says cheap, they mean like the National Geographics. They mean
No, they
like-
they even said bounty hunter in the video. It's like, yeah, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Dennis.
well, I'd prefer the Tracker 4 over the Quick Draw Pro in the bounty lineup series.
Hey,
I take
Dennis.
the Tracker 4 before I took the Quick Draw Pro out again.
Well,
Dennis,
Expression of the Outdoor says, it's my belief that the Bounty Hunter Pioneer is the easiest detector to use.
There you go. Find the machine you love and learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Talisha did really well with
Pioneer.
Junior.
And the Tracker 4, basically the identical detector. The Pioneer, I believe, is made for Big 5 Sports. But same detector. That's like they have Discovery 2200 and they have an Elite 2200. Well, the Elite is Discovery, but for Big 5 Sports. But yeah, and I still got my Tracker 4 in the closet. I'll never get rid of that thing.
I have mine broken down in a tote with about 8 other metal detectors.
Mine's in my old room at my house, burnt to a crisp.
I'm sorry, Mark, man. That's not even fun. Sorry about that, bud.
So if you put a battery in it, it's not going to work.
No, I tried.
Rob, get up here.
The shaft got real limp and everything. It was just real
Oh,
bad.
man.
Come on,
Sorry,
Rob.
but
We're waiting on you. Get your
Just come up.
coffee, get your gooeyes, get your honey peanut butter, and get up here.
Hey, Loretta.
So, Charlie, you want to go head to head on push ups?
Good night, Paula.
What's up, bud?
You want to go head to head on push ups?
Head to head?
Yeah, go head to head.
Wanna have a challenge?
Push ups. Yeah. First
Yeah,
one
we can do
drops,
that.
loses.
Huh?
That first one drops, loses.
All right. When do you want to do this?
Whenever.
Could be interesting.
I haven't done a push up since
Me neither.
and my belly's gotten bigger.
Well, I got a plan, though. I'm just gonna go stand by a wall and go like
Yeah.
this,
turn the camera.
and then just turn the camera around. One-handed, one
Yeah,
finger.
they get real interested. Put your hands behind your back. You know?
That's right.
They used to do in the old
That's what I'm
Batman
using now. Oh,
See who
man.
catches on first, right?
You can tell they used to do that in the old Batman TV series. They're climbing up a wall.
Exactly right.
I love that show. It's so corny.
That's why it was so great. It was so corny. Yeah.
What I really
Uh-huh.
love, they're up climbing a ladder up to a helicopter, and here comes this shark, and he pulls out his can of shark repellent.
That was the movie, right?
No, it's a TV series.
No. I mean, yeah, it was the,
66, they did a movie. Yeah.
yeah, the old movie. That, yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's running around with the bomb. He goes, you just can't get rid of a bomb these days.
Oh man.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
Felicia told me I needed to do sit ups
Now?
more often.
Introducing
So I
for
do one sit up in the morning.
Bernardo Rob.
Oh,
It's the Robster.
Evening, Dan. Oh, Charlie. Hey, Mark. Bill.
hey,
Hey, Rob.
How you doing, Rob?
Good.
That was very exciting and good coming out of me.
I gotta be quiet. Denise is already in bed.
Okay, everybody start yelling at the count of 4, 3, 2.
Oh, I know Charlie won't yell. Charlie wouldn't dare yell.
Oh no.
Charlie wants his gooeyes.
Yeah.
That's
Gooeyes.
exactly right, Mark. That's exactly right.
I'd like gooeyes.
I'd
It's
like to
amazing
try
that
some
what you can
gooeyes
do.
once.
It's amazing what you can do to control an addict.
Good luck there, Mr. Dennis.
We're going to have an intervention.
Just be cool. What's up, Don?
Charlie's addicted to gooeyes. We got to
I
get
don't
him
think Charlie wants an intervention.
No.
Everyone wants an intervention.
Charlie just needs to know how to make them.
No. It's got to
Yeah,
come
that'd
from
be
Denise.
bad.
Hey, keep digging.
Okay,
Dennis
Dennis,
is
good
in
In
luck.
the
case anybody's wondering, it's sugar-free pudding.
You're right, Mary. When we were kids watching Batman, we thought they were really doing that stuff. You know,
They weren't.
You figure somebody's behind her pulling the cake.
Mr. Randy.
Man, I can't believe I've been fooled all this time.
Oh,
So how
I'm
many of you
sorry.
guys are planting pines that I think are real? I mean, I'm fooled by Batman climbing walls, and you know,
that's like you ever see
No, they're
the
not, Mary.
you ever see the time on Merc and Mindy where she goes, or somebody looks at him and goes, it's like when you find out there's no Santa Claus, and he goes,
Yeah.
great, come to Bill's show and find out there's no Santa Claus. Now I'm really bummed.
Keep digging it.
It's a
There
big
goes my-
dog bowl, Dennis.
There goes my new detective for Christmas.
Talisha will let you get another one.
Yeah.
What are you going to
she
get
will.
next there, Dan? What are you thinking?
Say what?
What are you going to get next? Xterra Pro.
I might.
GTX 3030.
It looks like a really good metal detector. Everybody's having some good luck with that thing.
They are.
They really are. I'm
Hey,
taking
Dan,
some for selling
did you ever
mine.
sell yours, Dan?
I like Marty. Biff Pow Zowie. Yep.
Hmm.
I went to bed last night. I put a short on yesterday. I think like at 5 p.m. And I went to bed somewhere around 11:30 midnight, and it was only at 30 views. And I went, if it's at 30 views in the morning, I'm taking this thing off and put it back on some other time, maybe a week from now. Woke up this morning, it was over 2,000 views.
Mhm.
There you go, buddy.
You just,
Wow.
No rhyme, no reason.
I know.
Mhm.
Mary says Danny's new detector will be one that does everything for him.
See, I don't get it. I
That'd be
posted
so great.
my last 2 shorts are about the brass tokens, hundreds of views. The one just before that was about a piece of aluminum extrusion, 2,400 views. Like, what?
Hey Dennis, I'm glad he's enjoying the Xterra because granted, I just couldn't get the stupid thing to work right for me. I mean, I had better luck with the 600, better luck with the 700. The Xterra was just not cutting the cake. Nope.
I had it 10 minutes. I didn't even get that was 10 minutes was enough for me. But now I'm rethinking it. I'm like, maybe. Maybe I have to check it out again. Especially after it says, my wife just bought me a Simplex BT. Maybe if I'm good, she will get me a Vanquish 540 for Christmas.
Can't go wrong with the Vanquish.
No, good machine, real good machine.
It's great on the beach too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only thing I wish I would have made that thing completely waterproof.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. But then again, too, I wish they made the Xterra the same plug as the Vanquish machines. Then they wouldn't have to make new coils.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why they made it so the Equinox coils works on it, but I mean, it just to me, it didn't make any sense. You know, the Xterra coils shaped like the Vanquish coils, and
Yeah, that would have made sense.
it would have made more sense, and I think it would have been a better sale too for the Xterra, and I probably would have kept it even because, I like the 8-inch coil already on the Vanquish 540. That sucker has not done me wrong in any which way.
Expression said the same thing. He put up a short video of a bottle cap, got 3,000 views. Put up a sweet necklace, got a few hundred.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make
Chris, there
sense.
literally is no rhyme or reason to this.
there is not.
No.
Mary says, Danny, maybe it's just it wasn't the detector; it's a person using it.
I don't know.
Could be. I mean, I could be guilty of that as well.
But then again, Charlie, with other metal detectors, we've had luck and we've also known what we were digging.
This is very true. That's why I got rid of it.
You know, I mean, with the Nextera, it's going to read up like a quarter, but yet you're pulling up a bottle cap. Come on now. You know, it just, to me, it didn't make any sense. You know, with the 600, if I dig a quarter, if I'm digging a hole and it's 8 inches deep, I'm 10 to 1, and I haven't found the target. It's either going to be something large or a piece of can or something, you know?
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
I mean,
I got a dime signal yesterday, and at 8-9 inches, I hit something hard, and I was like, okay, that's great. We got the cast iron original piping from the 1890s house, and I just covered it back up.
Hey, come out swinging.
Hey, Vernon, what's up, buddy?
Good evening, Mr. Vernon.
Oh, Rob, I did get me a nice old brass Gulf car wash token Sunday.
Nice.
Oh, it's the only good find out of 3 of us.
I was going to show you my 2 relic finds yesterday. I traveled 70 miles north yesterday for a ring finders call out hunt. Spent 3.5 hours in the heat going over an acre to try and find a 2-carat diamond ring that was lost 2 years ago. And after 50 pieces of aluminum out of that yard, I called it a day after 3.5 hours. I was spent. Went through 2 shirts, 2 hats, 3 gallons of iced tea, and so I drove about another 5 miles north to an old town called Bushnell, and I was hitting an old park, and I wasn't getting anything except a couple pieces of clad. And on the way back to the car, I got a nice 26 signal to Knox. I thought I'll pop out a nice little dime, and I got a sweet rare token. I looked it up. It's called a flip token. It's one of the heads you win, tails, or heads I win, tails you lose.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a company name on it. And I researched the company name, and they started in 1898. This is a Depression era token. I'll show it off in the Zoom tomorrow night. But
Hey, good, Gary.
Welcome
And then,
back, Gary.
and then I went and did an easement in front of an 1880s house and didn't get any old coins, but I pulled out a real nice Model T center hubcap piece.
Sweet.
Good.
Chris.
Good evening, Mr. Chris. Good evening, Mr. Tony. Glad for Clad. And my condolences for you, Mr. Tony. I didn't even know your dad was ill, sir.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss there, Tony.
man,
Oh, sorry, Tony. Didn't know. Sorry, brother. Dang.
prayers for you, man.
Chris, show me treasure. Not that I think this is going to work, but buddy, if you're in the Sunday stream and you can see ORH Shane, can you see if there's 3 dots there and see if there's anything you can do to reestablish him on the stream? Because he is no longer on mine and Charlie's computers.
He's on
It's
the.
weird.
It's a weird
I
thing.
see
He's
him.
on the YouTube side. He's not on the StreamYard side.
It's just
Oh,
bizarro. Just absolutely bizarro.
Yeah, that's happening to other people too. It happened to Alicia, I believe she said. It's just something weird.
Good
It's
evening,
not-
Looter 8.
Hey, Frank, how you doing, sir?
And I know
Well-
Shane's been making fun about it. He's not being serious. So
What's wrong with
Hey, John.
Thanks, Vernon. Good evening, John. I don't like it. I mean, first off, I could tell Shane was making jokes because everybody was talking about Rob the Slob. That's been a nick. You guys think you just invented that? That's been a nickname of mine for 40 years. Okay. Good evening, Gary. but I could tell he was doing the jokes because everybody was responding to it. I'm like, Shane's freaking slammed me. I know it. I can't see him, but I know he's slammed me.
I told you.
He can say whatever he wants,
I
pal.
told you last night. I go, Rob, Shane's talking smack about you, but then so am I.
I could see yours, Bill.
And Shane's going, you tell him, Bill. You tell him.
See the
It's
kid.
weird. What I will do is during the Sunday stream, I will set up the other computer, and I won't go through StreamYard. I'll change my channel name to Denise's channel or something, and I'll log on the stream as a guest, and that way I can see Shane on there and monitor the channel that way.
Yeah, well, can't you and Shane go on to the? If you gave Shane administrator status, he could probably check and see what's going on with it.
But I can't do it, Charlie, because I can't see him at all to even do the three dots. He's
Yeah.
not even there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not anything anybody did.
But
It's something with
He
you.
showed me his hidden users, and I'm not there. And I checked my hidden users, and he's not there either. So
Ooh, the weirdest
I
thing.
watched several YouTube videos on how to unblock somebody, and every one that I watched, none of the ideas they had worked. What the fuck do you want, dog?
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
So is Rob talking about if somebody leaves a comment, they can't see the comments?
Yeah, it's weird. What's happened with
Right.
on Rob's is Shane from Ohio River. Everybody can see him, but Rob can't.
Or Charlie.
We can't see him on the StreamYard side. You can see him on the YouTube side of things, but you
Yeah,
can't see him on StreamYard.
Oh,
And usually when you're blocked in YouTube, you can't see it on either. So that's not any normal
Yeah.
thing.
It's just weird.
so you can block people on StreamYard separate from
Yeah,
YouTube?
StreamYard's a third party app.
Yeah. You actually have to you can block them YouTube, but they'll show up on StreamYard even blocked in YouTube because it's not part of YouTube. But this,
Okay.
this is reversed. It's weird.
Like I have a
United
certain
Expressions,
channel,
thank
I
you
have
for
a
being
certain
here.
channel blocked on my page, but
United
he was
Expressions.
he was in Charlie's Saturday night stream as a guest because we were on Charlie's channel.
Yeah.
And no, I do not mean Tommy because.
Huh?
No, I was saying it's not Tommy.
Oh,
I enjoyed Saturday night, and
I thought it went really well. I was
I
really
enjoyed talking
surprised.
to Tommy. I know
Yeah.
Pat had no problem talking to Tommy because I know the two of us haven't talked to him since this whole thing happened. So I thought the three of us did really well, Charlie. We were on our best behavior for you, Charles.
It went,
I hope we could do it again. I really thought it was
I
fun.
have an idea.
I think the more as it goes on, if we keep doing it, I think it's going to get more relaxed, and then that's when everything's going to cut loose as far as the slapstick and whatever. I mean, it was pretty funny, but I bet it'll get really good, I guess. No, Chris, I don't think it's something you did, buddy.
You're a pain in the ass, dog.
no, show me. It wasn't anything you did.
Mm-mm.
It's something in YouTube because this isn't the only incident of this exact scenario happening. It's happened to other people, and they don't know what it is because they still haven't faced it either. So
Gary says, I can't see some folks. I like it that way. Yeah, Vern, I think so. Something with StreamYard.
All right, Charlie, I'm going to throw out my 2 cents worth here. That you can take it or you can just toss it right out the window. Have you decided how often you want to do it?
I want to go.
No worries, Chris.
I want to go again Saturday. Do it again.
Okay. Because I know there's some people that said they would be there every week, and I don't know if you should do it every week.
Why is that?
I say that for 3 reasons. 3 reasons. 3 reasons. one, it's a big commitment. You know, look at Swifty having to.
What?
Uh-oh.
Did it again, sorry.
Oh, there's no reasons.
Sorry.
Wow! I just got eliminated.
For some reason, my new computer started after a few minutes. If I don't do anything, it shuts the picture off, and I have to hit the space bar and it kicks somebody out every time I do it.
I just it's
That's
I
on
think
who's
I
next?
think it's a big commitment. I'm not sure, and this is personal, and I don't know any different, but I don't know how that's going to go over at home every Saturday night. And it's a big commitment, and I just don't know if maybe like every other week would be more special or something. I don't. That's just me. But I will tell you this: if you're doing it every Saturday night, I will be there to co-host for you every Saturday night.
I am going to go right now every Saturday, and then I think if I get tired of it, then I'm out.
Okay. The way to look
Pass
at it,
the ball to
Charlie.
somebody else.
And that's good with me, Mr. Charlie. I'll be there with you for Saturday.
When you disappeared, Chris is putting down. It wasn't me, Rob. He didn't zap you.
Oh boy.
Wow, Gary's in Daytona Beach going south. Where to next, Miami? Gary, I would love. I'm making it a goal to get to Miami Beach at least for one day this summer. That's my goal. Denise and I were driving yesterday. We would come back from one of her customers' house from checking on a car. Well, we were trying to get a customer's car started. It didn't work. But anyway, and I was Googling how far is it from Tampa
Awesome,
to Miami.
Dennis.
And the Google map app said it was 4 hours and 6 minutes. And Denise goes, "There's no way you're going to get to Miami in 4 hours and 6 minutes." And it said it was 483 miles. And I'm like, all right, Gainesville for me is exactly 100 miles, and that takes 2 hours. So 200 miles would be, there's no way I'm going to make Miami in 4 hours. And that's going to be like a 7-hour drive.
Hey, Pat.
Mr. Pat, how are you, sir? People need to laugh weekly. Yes, sir, you are right. Gary's saying split the bill there, Rob. Let's go.
Oh, crap, Vernon. Sorry to hear that.
Wow, yeah, that's a bummer, bro.
Mhm.
Damn, he lost his GoPro wallet and other stuff. Jeez.
I'm telling you, Gary, if I could go, Gary, I'd start driving the car right now, buddy. Mary, in no way in hell would I go to Miami. To go metal detector in the day, Mary, yes, I would go do Miami Beach. And Denise has a client who has a beautiful condo in Marathon Key, and they have been bugging us to go down there and use their condo in Marathon Key. So I have a place to stay in the Keys.
Backbreaking metal detecting. How you doing there, sir?
Oh, guys, I'm going to bounce. I got to wake up
Dennis,
early.
I would love to do that too.
You're beating me to it, Mark. Come on.
I'm sorry. I got to take off. I got to wake up for work tomorrow.
So, Mark,
I
did
don't
you really?
think-
Mark, is it really?
I'd show you, but I'd scare you guys.
Come on,
You already
yeah.
scared us, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ready?
He says he did.
I'm still there.
Ah.
Sorry. It's still there.
Oh, damn it.
But he did shave his ass. So.
That I
Wait,
can
No,
tell,
it's on
man.
there still. Look.
That's why the top of his head doesn't have long hair anymore, because he shaved his ass.
That's right.
No comb over.
I can't comb it up anymore.
Oh, man.
All righty, guys. Take care.
We'll see you,
See you in the
Bubba.
future, Mark.
Take care, Mark.
Wow, Mary's just whipping them zingers out of me all over the place. I can't be
Well,
trusted
Mary's
to
been
drive
on
that far.
for about a week straight now.
I did fall for it, Mary. I really thought he did shave it.
Yeah, I was being polite. I wasn't going to ask why I was wearing the bandana.
I'm insulted when I get carded nowadays. It's an insult to me. I mean, I went all these years without being carded, and now they're starting to card me. What do they think? I'm shaving the spot and dyeing gray in my beard just so I look older?
Honestly, I think it's awesome when I get carded.
I don't. I hate it.
What I really like is
All right,
on,
I'm 10
Brian.
years old.
on my driver's license, they haven't changed the picture in 30 years. It's like, hey guys, why don't we upgrade this next time around so people don't have to keep going, is this you? Yeah, that's me.
Good night, Mark.
Good night, Mark.
I still have my old passport, and I don't look anything like that.
Oh God.
I'm not looking forward to getting my license renewed.
Oh, me either.
Well, I got another. I think I got another 4 years for that. I think I'm good.
I'm hoping that I can still read the letters.
I got to do mine in November. Yay.
I don't know about you guys' states, but on your birthday or the month of your birthday, you have to register your car. Every 5 years, we have to renew our license and, get the car inspected. Well, so much up for our birthdays now. We're spending more money on our birthdays than we get.
In Florida, they did away with inspection stations, so you no longer have to get your car inspected, but your license and your tag do fall on your birthday. When I had my old truck, guys, when I had the old tan Ford Ranger 4x4 that was the 86, that was over 30 years old, so I got an antique tag on that, and that only cost me like $26. That was great. And then in Florida, your license is 4 years, but if you haven't had a citation in those 4 years, they just send you a renewal by mail, and if you click off everything's the same, they just give you a little add-on sticker that adds 4 years onto the back of it. So you can go 8 years in Florida without having to take a driver's test.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think
I
mine
haven't
did.
taken a driver's test in about 25 years. They just kept
Mary, my passport is exactly 40 years old.
California, the most people in the country, most cars in the country, they did away with inspections. Your licenses, you renew it every once 4 or 5 years. You take the test every 20. It's like, damn.
Dennis, what happened to your channel, man?
Dennis, no, he didn't.
You don't have a
I think
channel
he
anymore,
moved-
Dennis?
yeah, I think
Why?
Dennis.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
that's weird, Dennis. Why would you do that to us? You still have a channel.
What?
You still have a channel.
Oh, he made it private.
Mm-hmm.
How did
Yeah.
you make it private?
Set it to private.
Yeah, but I can still see his videos.
Or maybe he just did it.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I can see it. He's screwing with you.
Yeah.
Gary says, okay, so Miami, then back over to Treasure Island and head north towards home.
You come over to Treasure Island, that's not far from me.
Wait until they start carding you for toilet paper. I don't think that'll happen, Jim. But
Zaxxon is going after Mary now. Oh, boy. Uh-oh, Dennis says, there shouldn't be anything visible. I should take care of that tomorrow.
Nathan,
Dennis messing with us again.
Hey, Nathan, how's it going? Dog is my co-pirate. How's it going, Nathan?
Mr. Nathan.
You're just jealous my state has heels. Don't worry, we got heels. Have eyes, folks. You'll fit right in. Wow, Zach. Oh, man.
I thought I had my passport here, but I don't.
I like that the passports for in-state or in the country is on your license.
What I really like, I've got a passport, but there's some countries it's not good for it. Because I was adopted, some countries you have to have 2 passports.
Oh
you have
wow,
both certificates, both birth certificates.
really?
Yeah.
Were you adopted from another country?
No, doesn't matter. They want both birth certificates. Otherwise, you can't get into some countries without, like, what difference does it make? I don't get it. I can't remember which ones it was. There's only like 3 or 4 of them, but they just don't allow it. You have to have both birth certificates listed. And it's not an actual another passport. It's an add-on to the passport. But you got to have both or you can't get in their country.
We're not allowed in Cuba, are we?
No, you can go to Cuba
I
now.
had my passport sitting around here somewhere.
Mary's gonna get you, Zaxxon. Oh my god.
That's a good one.
God. Oh, good night.
Oh, God.
I thought I'd seen it there before.
Oh boy.
Oh man. These two need to come to Saturday night.
You're in bed going to sleep.
That's just too
He
much.
just came over by himself, so I don't know if she let him take the car or he
Oh, God. That's funny.
bicycled. I don't know.
Well guys, I'm gonna take off next. Yeah, I'm falling asleep already.
I'd go to Cuba. I'd go to Cuba before I went to a hell of a lot of other places.
Mhm. Yeah, places like China and Russia right now wouldn't be real good for Americans to go to. That's for sure.
I'm not going anywhere in Africa, and I'm not going anywhere in the Far East.
I'm not going anywhere besides New Hampshire and Maine.
There you go.
I
And
don't
I'm
like
not
driving.
And I'm
Charlie's
not
bowing out. Have a good
good
night,
night,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Good night,
I'm
Charlie.
not going near Mary if she
Ooh,
looks
Miss
herself
Deej.
appropriately. So. Hello,
Howdy,
Deej.
howdy, Miss Deej.
You had a great premiere, Deej. Sorry I wasn't there for it. It's just one of them
Good
days.
day.
Well, if Charlie's going to do it on Saturday nights, I'm going to look forward to Saturday nights then.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun. It's going to be a blast.
It's getting hard to keep up with all the live streaming.
Dan, you just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you just can't. I mean,
And-
and there's not a night that you can go on that you're not going to step on somebody's toes.
Yeah, because everybody's doing it now. So,
Yep.
got
And
it.
Rob, I will be back to your live Sunday streams eventually. You know, so
Yeah, I
Well,
was
that's all
getting
I
ready.
asked you. Sit on the chair.
I was getting ready to watch yours, Rob, and I got a text from Charlie's brother John.
Hold on, Bill. We gotta find a cat.
Uh-oh. Escape kitty.
my cat won't come over to me.
My cat's mad at me because he was in the vet too long today because of shit. And he don't like going. He don't like being in a carrier.
I think that's why my cat's mad at me. I brought him to the vets and I brought him back with no balls. So
That
I
did it.
think that's what did it. I was the one that drove him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, she's not.
Oh, mine was screaming all the way over. I'm going, you're going to be okay. You're going to get your shots and this and that. Plus, they got him chipped because he's the only cat I've got that he will try to escape during thunderstorms. Because at our old place, he had a hidey spot outside for the thunderstorms. Well, you don't have that here. But he'll try to get to, if he sees an open door, he'll head for it.
Where was she laying?
And open both eyes.
I got him chipped so I can't lose
I
him.
looked at both of her beds.
Our cat doesn't like closed doors.
Yeah, most cats don't. Find him?
Denise is blind in one eye and can't see out of the other.
He's
Oh,
always
I was just wondering if you closed him up in the kitchen cabinet again.
We got her.
the house cat here. He'll go and he'll open up the cabinet doors to the in the bathroom. You know, below the sink cabinets. He always opens one up. We close it. He'll go right in behind us and open it up again.
Well, if Harris did that, he would eat all that toilet paper.
We caught him in there one night, and he was cuddling with a mouse. Yeah, when we got rid of the mouse, he pouted. It was his friend.
Jim
Good evening, Mr.
Dunn-
Jim Duncan. Bill, Jim's a member of my metal detecting club.
Oh, nice. Welcome, Jim. But
Mary, that might happen if I buy a $2,500 metal detector. That could possibly happen.
So Dan, you got rid of your Xterra, didn't you?
Oh yes, sir. I did. I couldn't. No.
he didn't like it.
And see, Charlie sold his to Park Pat, and Pat loves it. Pat
Yeah,
absolutely loves it.
Dennis had mine sold to one of his friends here in New Hampshire, and the guy likes it too. And it's like, hey, to each their own. I mean,
Yeah.
I could have
Absolutely.
used it. I probably could have figured it out without the the way the VDIs jumped and the targets or whatever else. But I hate to say it when a detector says right in the manual, turn on and go. A beginner should be able to turn it on and go and use it without any problems. Run a few air tests. There's your numbers. Go. All the detectors I use, I've done air tests with, and they're pretty accurate from the air to the ground. So I mean, just turn on and go. It was that simple. I don't even noise cancel. I have 600 or the 700 have.
Bill,
Yeah.
I know Shane Ohio River History did some advertisements that Dr. Otek sent him a new detector of those beginner detectors. They just contacted me. They're sending me a detector.
Oh, cool. You'll have fun
And
doing
they're sending me the beach detector, so I get to check. I get to try it out on Clearwater Beach.
nice. Is that the fold-up one? Or do you know?
The what one?
They had a fold-up one, I thought, for the beach.
I don't know. We'll find out, but it does have a separate name for being a beach detector. So
Cool.
it's supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be, I guess, like made a little different, so it filters out the minerals on the beach.
Yeah.
What is it, a PI?
No, I don't think it's a PI, but
It's Chinese, it's low-end Chinese, but they actually work pretty well for being low-end
And-
Chinese detectors.
So you're getting 1 cent to try out and review?
Yeah.
After my Xterra review, no metal detecting company is ever going to give me a chance. Nope. He's that blatantly honest or whatever. But
well, Charlie did a scathing video on why he would never pre-order from MindLab again. So yeah, I don't think Charlie's ever going to be getting MindLab products.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
yeah, he did after he did
And you
that.
can't
He got the
blame him
Manticore.
either.
Oh, no, that was a
No,
Manticore.
you can't blame it all.
Yeah.
MindLab screwed up that release so bad it wasn't even funny.
Well, like I said, now the Xterra has been out, 5 or 6 months, and they still don't have the 2 optional coils out to go with it. It's like, come on. Even the Vanquish didn't take that long.
Crazy about
Mary
Mercury.
said,
That's awesome.
just remember, everyone, Ohio River History is taking a month off. I thought he was going to be doing that soon.
Yeah.
Dr. Ortec won't even give me a chance to try out
It's
one of their
it's just a
detectors.
doctor. It's just a Dr. Otek, Dennis. They have 2 starter detectors. One's for land and one's for the beach. She said she saw that on my videos I do the beach a lot, so she's sending me the beach one.
Yeah, Dr. Ortec won't even sign me up, even though they send me stuff in emails. You want to try out this
Well,
detector or this and that? And it's like,
I'm sponsored too, Deej, but my sponsors never sent me a new detector, so I have no trouble trying out somebody's detector. And besides, this isn't a detector store. This is the actual company. I'm sponsored by a detecting store, so it's not like I'm sponsored by MindLab or Nocta or something. I'm actually sponsored by a store, and when I do giveaways for that store on products they send me, I will definitely advertise that store. And when I talk about my shovel, I talk about the shovel was sent to me from Detector Warehouse.
somebody said
Uh-oh.
Manticore had a
Gary
flood.
says, did I hear a rumor that a Manticore had a flood? I have not heard that.
If it does, it's going to be another strike against MindLab. I mean, I have nothing against their software and the Equinox series and the Vanquish, but what are they doing wrong now?
Well, their cases just don't seem as rugged as Noctis.
Yeah.
That's my And I'll be honest with you, I've seen two channels use the Deus 2, which would be Merrill's and Detect Dig Smile Peter. And while they were detecting, had their machines break, had the control pod fall right off. Everybody raves about this Deus 2, but I think they're how would I say it? Construction, whatever, is just shit. It's
Right.
it just looks so flimsy.
What gets
All
me
right,
is
I'll check it out, Barry.
Merrill's pushing that analog detector now. He's doing really good with it.
Yeah, I'm not sold on that.
Isn't that an expensive unit too? That
Yeah,
Mel's using.
Very.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
I mean, I don't know. I think the detecting software and what they're doing for us is getting way out of line. It's getting too repetitive now. The Simplex came out with 3 detectors. MindLab comes out with 3 detectors. There's going to be problems with all the detectors that they're coming out with,
And now First Texas is getting ready with Fisher Technetics and Bounty Hunter to put out new stuff because they've taken all their old stuff, thrown it on their store on eBay, and cut the prices drastically. So it means they're coming out with something.
or they could just be going out of business, and that's
Oh,
one
no.
way to do it too.
First Texas with Bounty Hunter, even if they don't sell detectors, they sell the wands and walkthroughs for airports and stuff like that. They make more off security than they do detectors. So, but no, there's rumor they're going to come out with some new products. So, because like I was looking, they made the Bounty Hunter Platinum, which is kind of like the Technic Gamma 6000. Little slightly not as good machine, but it was $400 or $500, $125, brand new. So, but there is rumor they've got new stuff coming. So,
I think they should take the Tracker 4 and put a lithium battery in it where you can charge it up just like the other detectors. Update it at least that much. And, it's because the Tracker 4 is a great beginner's detector if you just want to learn tone.
yeah.
Because there's variations within it. I mean, you hit something like a bottle cap or like a pull tab and a nickel, you can set it so the pull tab sounds crackly and the nickel sounds clear.
Yeah.
With that analog, fine tune analog button, not a digital where every number is set for itself. It's you can turn it 0.11, 1.1, 1.2.
Yeah, that pointometer that helps a lot.
My needle stopped working on mine.
Here we go again. Sorry, guys. Somebody's going to get kicked. No.
Oh, it's Rob.
I've got a video. I'm looking up MindLab Manicore leak, and I don't see one. And yet, Merrill did a video 7 months ago. Oh, okay, never mind. I read the title wrong. The bizarre reason MindLab dropped the new Equinox 7900. I thought he meant like drop, like doing it. But he explains why they came out with, because you were talking, Dan, about why everybody's coming out with 3 new detectors. Merrill went and did some research. MindLab's not actually an independent company. They're actually owned by another company.
Oh.
And they were becoming a drag on that company. It was pulling the company's stock down because they hadn't released any new products. So according to Merrill, his reasoning was they came out with a flurry of new detectors to bring income in because the stock was lagging. Yeah.
Okay, so I was right when I said the Xterra Pro was just a money grab. Most likely. Do you know how now Gigmaster a while back on the 800, he showed the leaking problem where the battery connected to the battery, right, to charge it at that charging port. He showed cracks in there. Now, to my understanding, anything that's charging with electricity creates a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
Heat expands whatever the metal and whatnot, and I'm thinking he probably left his detector charging overnight, at night after night after night, pretty much, and just weakened it up in there because I don't see how else it could crack in that area unless it was due to too much heat and the plastic just cracking because of the heat intensity.
Yeah, Deej, Mercury's right. I'm not sponsored by a manufacturer, and I sure as hell haven't signed any kind of contracts with anybody.
Or
Ooh.
or you over tighten the screws, Danny. Too.
For the ears or on the control handle,
On a control
the
handle.
control box.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary, I tried a Bounty Hunter Junior, and I couldn't use that thing to save my life either. But Talisha, she knew what a quarter was, a nickel was, a dime was, a penny. She knew if it was going over a silver ring. She learned the Bounty Hunter Junior, and I don't think you can get any more simpler than that. And the Tracker 4. I mean,
Yeah.
Even
Diane,
Greg,
Diana says, Bill, who was that you were talking about? You mean with the analog detector? That was Merrill, detecting New York.
yeah, Metal Tech in New York City.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would be, I think, that would be
wait,
detector
no.
17 for him.
It's first. She's talking about Fisher or Bounty Hunter. Fisher, Bounty Hunter, and Technetics are all owned by First Texas Company. They own all three of them. They have for years.
and they made good video game systems too.
Yeah. They also make rifle scopes, infrared. They make a lot of different things. But yeah, that's First Texas, Diana. You could go on eBay, and they just got a lot of what is it? The Minuteman, which is the same as the Eurotech. They got those for $89 right now. Oh, the next.
I'm looking forward to trying the Dr. Otech.
That's what Greg said. Nexus, the Nexus MV3, and they're pretty expensive. So, yeah, the OTEC. From I've seen who was it? A couple people done them. Oh, Joel did it, I think, or was it Mike at Mike at Iffy Signals, and a couple other people.
I mean, Shane made it perfectly clear. I watched 3 or 4 of his videos, and he said it in each one of the videos numerous times. This is a first-time user beginner metal detector. This is for somebody who wants to have something good enough that'll find something, but they don't want to spend money in case they decide that this hobby's not for them. They haven't spent $200, $300, $400.
Yeah.
So Shane made that very clear, and so
Yeah, or somebody that's getting into it that
Thanks,
can't
Diana.
afford to, but doesn't have the money for something more expensive. And then you live in an area where Danny can go out and find a lot of clad, so you can buy yourself a year down the road a better detector. Great machine to do it with.
That's what I did with all my clad money after paying bills, bought new detectors with it, and then now I don't have to because of Robin and Charlie when I won the 700. You know, I mean, you guys that win saved me from probably losing my balls because I was looking at the 700, but I was going to go with the 900. You know, if I was going to break down and spend the extra money, I would have bought the 900.
I just know this. I have the 6 and the 8. I use the 6 on the beach because it still has the warranty, so I don't have to worry about it getting wet. I use the 8. I keep the 6-inch coil on. And I know I saw that, Bill.
5 years ago, it was
I am happier than a pig in poop with my 2 Noxes. Okay.
yeah. No, I love Mind Lab. Nocta Macro I like, even though I haven't owned one. I've used a couple, borrowed a couple, but I just wish Mind Lab, when they come out with something with the accessories, they would have it all at the same time rather than, well, here's the machine, now you got to wait for everything else. No, don't do that.
I haven't heard any word on the new coils.
No, like I said, they've got them listed, but you can't buy them anywhere.
Oh, they have them listed already, Bill?
Oh yeah, on their website, and they'll tell you where to go to buy it. Then you get there and there's nothing.
What was weird too is you couldn't use the Xterra Pro coil on your Nox 600, even though you can use a 6-inch coil on the Xterra, or the 11-inch coil. I suppose you could use too, because but you could not use the Xterra on.
We're supposed to be able to swap. They said that's what got me. Yeah, I know.
I tried it and it said coil disconnected CD. So
yeah,
and then it powered down. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just another letdown.
Who makes the Nexus? Nexus. That's the name of the company.
That machine looks like it's complicated to run, where they have dials and flip switches and
Oh,
How
yeah.
did that happen?
crazy, I tell you.
What happened, Rob?
I built both my fucking duck races before I left the house today, and neither one of them's there.
Oh, crap.
That's not good.
Hi, Tom Riley. Good night,
Damn
Gary.
it.
Oh, shit, man.
Mhm.
Night. Hey, out west.
I had it all done.
Oh, shit. So now you got to build it all back up again. That sucks.
Hey, Rob. Is
Yes.
there a way that you can copy and paste it down onto like Notepad or something, and then just drag it Notepad
Yeah.
back to?
Yeah, I should copy and paste it into my Word program. Denise told me to do that, and
I've been saying that for a long time now, for over a year. Just everybody that's been doing duck races, and I've been in the streams, just copy a bunch of names that down, and if you need to add somebody or take somebody off, well, it's easier than going through and typing the whole list down again.
yep.
I mean,
Well, I do
Because-
remember it was exactly 45 names. So
Mary says it's all Charlie's fault, Rob.
it is. It is.
it is me. It is me.
Oh, by the way, how'd you do in trivia tonight, Rob?
We got the final right. We didn't bet all our points because I wasn't sure about it. But even if we'd have bet all our points, we were fifth place going in out of 17 teams. And it was a very interesting finale. Bonus question, Bill. He gave the top three largest states in the country, which were Alaska, California, and the hell's the third state?
Texas?
Texas, as the three biggest states. Then the next biggest three were Montana, New Mexico, and Arizona. And you had to put them in order which ones were 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That
That'd be
sounds a
hard.
little rough.
and we got it right. But even if we'd have doubled our points, which we did. Pippa, stop. Even if we'd have got it right, we'd have finished fourth place. But we got it right. But even if we'd have bet all our points, we would have still finished out of the money. You thinking?
Huh?
Oh, I didn't know if you guys were trying to think of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, but I couldn't guess. I mean, it's been so long since I looked at the map and, okay, who's biggest there, you know?
Diana was close but wrong.
I would say Arizona, Montana, New Mexico.
Wrong.
Wrong.
So it'd be New Mexico, Montana, and Arizona.
Wrong.
Then New Mexico, Arizona, and Montana.
It's Montana, New Mexico, Arizona.
Oh, excuse me.
And we had it right, but we didn't have enough points to get in the top three. Yep, there you go. She's got it right there.
So those are the United States.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth biggest states, which really surprised me. I actually thought Florida would have been in the top 6.
Well, that's like the time when I found out, because I was watching this show and it said, which has more people in it, California or Canada? I thought, well, Canada. I go, no, California by 2 million. I went, holy crap. In all of
Yeah.
Canada, there's 2 million people less than in the state of California.
I know that's pretty.
The whole
pretty
country,
freaking
Canada,
odd,
yeah.
isn't it?
Then, like they said, you see that country and you think, here's a big, huge country, but half live on one coast, half live on the other, and very few people live in the middle of Canada anywhere.
Yep.
And not only that, everybody lives towards the southern border of Canada too.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people live up in the mountain areas. I mean,
Nope.
it's too darn cold, isn't it? From what I heard.
There's just not much up there. All the cities were built off of ports, mainly. in the old days, and they just stayed there. You get okay in the middle, though, along the U.S. border, you get border towns, but other than that, Marty, I'll take which is bigger for 400, Alex. Well, not with Alex anymore. He won't, Marty. He's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
He done bought the Jeopardy farm, cashed in his Jeopardy chips.
He did cash in his Jeopardy chips. I thought he was a great host, though.
That's what we said, Marion. They live on the coast. East coast is loaded, and yeah, oil is big in Canada.
Well, I know that out in California, you know, back in the gold rush eras, everybody from every country pretty much came over and worked their way up right up to like Alaska and everything, you know. I mean, so that gold rush brought in a lot of,
Oh yeah,
you know, mixed cultures, which is great. But now look what it's doing to everybody, you know.
Well, I'll tell you something. I just started watching the Netflix show Jack Ryan. I've been watching a few clips on YouTube, and I was like, I'm going to sit down and watch this because I'm a huge Tom Clancy fan from all the books. So I didn't know if I'd like a TV show with the character from his books and his movies. You know, because Jack Ryan was played by Harrison Ford, Alec Baldwin. So I was like, okay, is this TV guy going to do it? And let me tell you something. That first season was exciting as hell. But when you and they have a season right now that some of the shots are in Paris, and you look at how Paris, with all the people they've let in, it doesn't look like Paris anymore.
I have to watch that. So it's actually a pretty good show.
Gourmet says Alberta is not Canada.
So this Jack Ryan show on Netflix is pretty good.
Excellent, Bill. You'll get addicted to it after the first show.
Okay, because I love all the Jack Ryan. I mean, I just love those.
And it's a very well made, expensive show. I mean,
They actually had a thing on MSN the other day, all the Jack Ryan movies with the actors from best to worst or worst to best. So
yeah, remember we talked about this a few weeks ago in the stream. A lot of people forgot that one movie, Ben Affleck plays Jack Ryan.
Yep, The Sum of All Fears. I love that movie. That is a really good movie.
I'm reading the latest Jack Reacher book right now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought Ben Affleck did a really good job in that movie. I mean,
I'll tell you something. A lot of people gave him flack for being Batman. I think Ben Affleck's a great Batman.
yeah. He even gave himself flack for being Batman. He didn't think he was that good.
I think in the Marvel movies, I think he's excellent in the DC or Marvel movies, whatever they are.
Yeah. Oh, here we go
Of
again.
course.
Sorry.
Hey, Bill, did Batman actually climb walls?
Hi, Miss
Yeah.
Lisa.
But what got me is one of the first movies I've ever seen Ben Affleck in was Pearl Harbor. The movie wasn't that great, but Ben Affleck did a really good job in it, I thought.
Miss Deej is exactly correct. I believe that's actually one of the nicknames of the United States is we're just a melting pot of everybody.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what used to get me when I hear other guys, they ain't American. I go, well, none of us are real Americans. We all came here.
Yeah, what they mean by that is they're not white. Yeah, well,
I know.
Born in America, you're an American.
there you go.
Even the Native Americans moved here from somewhere else. So,
Well, they were more roamers, anyways. They didn't ever stayed in one place too long. That's why they kept migrating here, there, and everywhere.
oh,
Some tribes stayed to cultivate and hunt and whatever else for other passing, you know, trades and stuff. But yeah, we all need to get over the fact about being discriminated against other cultures that are living in the country. I mean, it shouldn't even be brought up in politics, but it does.
No.
But I'm gonna stop.
no, it's like I remember my family, my adopted family, since I don't really know who my birth parents were. They didn't come over here till the early 1900s. They were Cornish miners. And Cornwall, England was shutting down its mines at the time. So they came over here to find work.
I don't know where my great grandfather came
Oh,
from, but
hello.
he settled up in Maine, just right off the Canadian border, and had 6 kids, which would be my aunts, uncles, and my grandfather. And he was back in the 1800s, so I don't know how long he lived here and where his parents came from. I couldn't go that far back.
Greg's
Some
got it.
Some
Greg
people
has
forget
exactly
that's right. I was going to say some people forget that, Greg. I
We
think
are
of
the
myself. I
humorists.
think of myself as about as American as can be. But my grandmother, who I never knew, she passed before I was born. My grandmother never spoke English. We're from Poland, and she never learned to speak English. So I mean, technically, my mom was technically a first generation American, and I'm second. But it's weird saying that. Second generation American just sounds like you just came off the boat 10 years ago. But
Pretty much, yeah.
She came to America like in 1908, 1909. My grandmother
Mhm.
did. I mean, and I found this out this week, Bill. I didn't realize this because, like I say, I'm from Baltimore, and that's where my mom's family's from. I didn't realize this, but I saw a show in Baltimore the other day. Baltimore Harbor was the second busiest immigration center behind Ellis Island.
Yep.
I never realized that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. He's not only did they treat him like, okay, after the Civil War stopped slavery in the South. It wasn't stopped in the North till 1868. That's when they passed a law to make it illegal in the North. But you could have indentured servants up until the 1920s. I rented a house from a woman back in California. Her father was an indentured person up until 1927. And they don't call that slavery, but it's the same thing. You're bought, you have to work off what's owed, and then you can leave. So,
Well, I was watching a special on the coal towns. When you pay those coal miners and script and town mining coal tokens that can only be used at the company store that you can't spend anywhere outside, you're basically an indentured servant to the coal company.
well, not just coal, they do that with other mining communities and other businesses too. Okay, Danny, no problem. You lost connection. But yeah, her father was indentured, and once he was free, the guy actually killed himself because he had nowhere to go. So,
Evening, Danny. I'm a germ wop American, Mary says.
but
Wow, Marty. Yeah, I've never traced my family lineage back that far.
yeah, the only thing I can say about, I mean, in the old days, yes, slavery was wrong. A lot of things were wrong. What they had right was the politics to have more than 2 political parties. They had 5. So nobody could be a majority. So, oh, okay, Dan. I'll put it back up for you. No problem. There you go, Danny. But I mean, there's lots of things about the old days that were wrong, and we've gotten rid of most of them, but there were some things that were really good about the old days. I was talking to an old timer. Okay, in this day and age, everybody pays the same, you know? Come on, let him on. There we go.
Thanks, man.
I was talking to a guy whose family had owned a small store, dry goods store for years. And he said in the old days, the store owner knew everybody in town. He goes, he knew a farmer could pay $2 for a pair of Levi's. Say a doctor or a judge came in, they'd charge them $15 for those Levi's because they know they could afford more.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden he goes, you think about it, who that's poor would have laws passed saying everybody pays the same. Nobody that's poor would. It was the rich people that did it so they could save money. Oh, can anybody tell me when they took the Jim Crow lynching laws off the law books?
Probably not for a lot longer than we think.
Last year.
What did they take out?
It was called the Jim Crow lynching laws.
Okay.
That's where they could hang a black person just for a lot of different things. That was still in the books till last year.
Wow.
Yeah. Took them that long to get it off.
Well, we already know for over 40 years, nothing's really changed with inside the inside higher house, you know?
Yeah. One of my
Well,
favorite.
there's still a lot of laws forbidding certain sexual acts that are just common nowadays that weren't,
Yeah.
you know.
The one that got me is with the old AT&T service, Ma Bell. They imposed a nickel tax to help the Spanish-American War. Now, a nickel every month per person that had AT&T, and they finally took it off the books in 2004. If the Spanish-American War was over in what, 1897, 1898?
Spanish-American War?
Yeah. Late 1800s, early 1900s, Spanish-American War.
I guess that's about right.
Yeah. But they had phones then. They charged a nickel a month per person to help finance that war.
Oh yeah, you had mentioned this. You
Yeah.
had mentioned this a while before,
So
Bill.
think about it. For over 100 years, everybody with AT&T was paying that nickel per month over 100 years after the war was over. That really freaking adds up if you think about it. You got 300 million people have phone service. It's a lot of money. That is fraud. Yes, it is, Deej, except for one thing. That's the government. And since they were voted in, they have representation, so it is not fraud. Taxation without representation is, but
Crazy. That's pretty crazy.
yeah.
I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm trying to multitask here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no problem.
I closed the camera down because I'm having a cigarette. So
Oh. I'm probably going to be shutting this down pretty soon anyway, because one, I got to get up. Well, I don't got to get up early, but I'm going to get up early. And it's been a long day, crazy day. Like I was telling
Yeah.
everybody earlier, every place I went took 2 hours longer than it should have to get anything done.
Don't you hate that, Bill?
I've been sitting here listening to
Oh, yeah.
Zeus and Poseidon go off on each other.
And the last one was a great one. Had a vet appointment, should have only lasted a half hour. They decided to have a meeting. Then they had, this is the part I can understand. They had 3 emergencies come in. So a half hour turned into almost 2 hours for me with a cat that hates being in carriers completely. So you're right, Deej. AT&T is not federal, but the federal government imposed the tax through AT&T. Deej. So it's not fraud. The government had them put that tax on her, like they do for gas for federal highways.
We get taxed for everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The government makes
Yeah.
so much money.
Yeah, but I'll
from
still take it
taxes.
over. I'll still take it over England.
Oh yeah, or a lot of other countries.
Well, I mean, one of their pound coins is what, $3-4?
Yeah,
That
but
American
Danny,
money?
income tax in England is like almost 80%.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. That's why a lot of English actors move to another country because they're law states. If they live out of country for more than 6 months, they pay no taxes. So a lot of them move to another country.
Well, I mean, I understand that we have to get taxed for some things, but for them to do their job and collect taxpayers' money that pays them to do their job, and they don't do their job right, that's wrong. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody would put their heads together up there, and they could fix the whole money situation completely. Because there is a way to fix our money, the money situation here in the United States.
Yeah, me and my buddy go on vacation every year, and while we're driving the 7-hour drive, we solve all the country's problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pay a lot in gas, eh?
We just drive and we talk, and we decide which one's going to be president that year and which one's going to be vice president. And then we decide if we're going to solve all the problems.
Well, I
Is this
think our original forefathers had it right. The only way to keep this government from going corrupt is every 25 to 30 years have another revolution, and we're long overdue for the second one.
Well, I think
I don't agree. I don't agree with that one. I would go with term limits a lot more sooner than I would go with that.
yeah,
Well,
we gotta
except
get it.
the forefathers stated that though after they developed the government. So
We definitely have to change the house.
or as one guy said, he goes, just turn it upside down, scrape all the crap off of it, and give it back to the Indians.
I don't know if the Indians would want it back the way we.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, our land around here is too spent to even grow potatoes.
Yeah.
God knows if you'll be biting into a bottle cap.
Bill,
Oh, wait,
that
we
property
can't be
I had
digging.
for that gold ring yesterday, it was 3 acres, 3.1 acres. It was way up in the middle of nowhere. Okay. It had a double wide mobile on it. I mean, it was a nice double wide mobile, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Apparently the kitchen was really nice according to the ad on the realtor. And the lot was really nice. It was like I say, 3 acres, nice big oak trees on it. At least I got to hunt in like 90% shade. It had a separate like workshop. It wasn't big enough for a garage, but a guy could go out there in a nice workshop. It had a 1-car carport built onto the driveway in front of the house, and it was nice. It was a nice mobile, a nice piece of property out in a nice country. Sold immediately as soon as they put it up for sale for $350,000. You are never going to get my cheap ass to pay $100,000 an acre for 3 acres unless freaking Fort Knox is sitting on it.
How much did they want for it or paid for it?
$350,000 for 3 acres with a mobile home on it. That's flipping insane.
Yeah, because you can buy a mobile home pretty cheap. In fact, you can buy a prefabbed house fairly cheap. So the land is what costs the most.
Yes.
The land, and depending on what state, the permits and everything to stab everything in. Back in California, the freaking permits are outrageous.
The people that bought. Oh, go on, Bill. Sorry.
No, like to go in Grass Valley, California, if they say a county inspector and he walks into a hardware store and you're sitting there buying a light switch, he'll look at you and he goes, "That going in your house because you're supposed to pay $100 permit fee to switch out your own light switch."
Wow.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
I know here. I mean, you have to get an electrician to sign off on the work you've done to the electrical wires. You have to pay an electrician to come in to say, "All right, everything's done right." You can do it yourself, but you have to pay somebody to write it off for you.
Yeah, they won't do that anymore in California, and the licensed electrician has to do the work now.
Wow.
Yeah. They don't let that. They won't let that in Florida either.
But the thing is, like you're talking about, like putting in 100,000, say a really nice double wide mobile on the lot. Say the mobile's $100,000 new. It's probably $40,000 or $50,000 in permits to put that mobile on the lot in California. Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be a young person trying to buy a house right now.
Oh, most of them say they can't do it. There's just no way. They just can't do it.
I talked to this young cutie at the bank that was cashing in my halves the other day, and I was telling her about, how low my house payment was compared to what they are now, and she says, She says, yeah, the joke, the meme on the internet among young people is for us to be able to afford a house, we had to start saving for it in third grade. And I was just rolling
Yeah.
on the floor because I had never heard that one.
Yeah, but she was right. That's
Yeah. It's a joke, but it's not a joke.
Yeah, exactly. And I got a feeling it's going to be like the last time the prices went nuts, the economy went down, and the bubble burst. You know?
Well, I'm ready for the burst bubble, Bill. When it bottoms out, I'll buy another house.
Yep. Excuse me. That's like I was talking to a
Hey,
guy
I
one
didn't
time.
ask. I didn't ask Mark tonight how they coming with his situation.
He's doing really good right now. So, but I don't know
Are
about
they
the
working?
house.
Are they working in the house?
As far as I know, they are. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like I was talking to a guy one time. He goes, "Well, if something happens, I'll just walk away." He goes, "I'll just walk away from this house and buy another one down the road." I go, "I hate to tell you, you can walk away from credit card debt. When you walk away from a house and they take that house, you could never get another loan to buy a house afterwards. You have
You
to
see
have
what
the
North
cash."
Carolina wrote? You see what North
What?
Carolina wrote, Bill?
No. The Powerball's up to 3 times the gas. That's a great.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Oh, gee. 3. That's about right. Yeah. Wow.
But I'm going out and buying a few Powerball tickets now.
But yeah, what it's what, over $1.5 billion, isn't it? Something like that.
Our signs down here, Bill, only go up to 999, and they stop there.
Well, I know last week it was over $1 billion, almost $1.5 billion, so it's got to be over that this week.
That's just insane.
It is. They should break that up into 10 drawings.
So the three
Yeah.
three tanks of gas, if you won the Powerball, you're only going to get what, a half a gallon, because they're going to tax the rest.
Yeah, that's what really gets me. Canada, Australia. If you win a big lottery, there is no taxes on it at all. You know, and some other countries. So only the U.S. would tax you on something like that, where everybody else doesn't.
But if you played a Canada's Powerball or whatever, right, and you won the money, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money when you come back to the States, or to get it into the States, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, if you're a U.S. resident, yes, you're going to have to pay taxes on that.
And probably
Yeah.
more than on it from there than if you want it here.
yeah, you'll probably hand it all over to them. That's illegal gambling. You're not supposed to do that. It's written in section.
But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to hit the sack. So, been
Don't
fun.
hit it too hard. It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mr. Bill. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, everybody, for being
Thank
here.
you for having me here.
I'm
night,
going to
Rob.
be here. I'm going to be sitting here building duck races.
We'll see you all and everybody else to stream during the week, especially Rob's on Sunday morning. Good night, all.
Good night. Peace.